Here with less than ideal conditions. Got some downtime here in my car as I'm waiting to go somewhere, so I figured let's get this video out. A lot of you've shown interest in how to create courses that can be imported into a Garmin Fenix 5 or a Garmin Fenix 5 Plus and the 5X, 5S, 5 series. A course is like a route. A route's something you'd put into a handheld like an Oregon, but a course actually has more information to it, and it's what you would put into one of the watches. It's just how Garmin has decided to divide up that world. They're actually really cool and they work really well. So I don't have the screenshot app up and running today, so we're just going to do this the old-fashioned way, and I'm going to take video of the screen. So the first thing you need to do is get Garmin Connect up and running on your computer, and you'll see that once you do that, there is a menu on the left, and you want to focus on this one here called Training. And then you go down and it'll say Workouts, Training Plans, Courses, Segments, and Popularity Heat Map. Go to Courses, and you will then see any courses that you've created. These are recently created courses that I have in my screen. And it'll show a map. And it'll show these little icons. These are courses that I've created for whatever reason. The thing you want to do if you want to create a course, we're not going to talk about courses that already exist. We want to create one. Is go down here to this button called Create a Course, and you want to do a custom course, and it's going to be a trail running course. Okay, so that's done. So continue. All right, look at all these little purple squiggles. These are heat maps. These show existing trails that Garmin knows about based upon the input we give them. When you sign that terms and conditions sheet, you're agreeing to share your information. Strava got in some trouble over this with the Department of Defense, but that's another video entirely. Okay, so anyway, you can use these to actually trace out your courses in a real efficient way. Watch this. So I tap here to start it, here at the top of the Alpine Loop, and then I go way over here and I tap that. Look at that. That blue line snaps to it. And then I tap here to make it a loop and finish it. Done. I still got to close it off, but that's you see, for purposes of how to do it, it works really well. Now, what do I want to do with the course? I want to save the course. Oh, by the way, look at the information it gives you. It gives you an elevation profile, and it also lets you take your pace and put in either your average pace or your goal time. And it'll automatically dump that into your watch and tell you whether you're ahead or behind. It's pretty freaking cool. Now, save new course. Okay, it's working. There it goes. And then I want to call it, I'm just going to leave it untitled. And then, do I want to send it to my device? Yeah, I do. And so what's it doing? Ah, look. See? It says it's going to send to my Fenix 5X Plus 2. Weird name for it, but and how it worked out. And then I can press send now. It'll automatically then queue it up in your phone, and the next time you sync, it'll show up. And so all you have to do once you press that button is queue it up. So we'll press send now. And don't worry about opening Garmin Express. You don't need to worry about that if you have a Fenix, because it'll automatically go to the app you have in your phone, and every time you sync your Fenix, it'll automatically go. Now, here's the other thing. We're just going to go ahead and zero out of this. Dismiss details. We want to create another course, but we want to create it not on the map, but we actually want to import a GPX file that we already have. So I'm going to say import. That's an important button down there. Then browse to select. I'm on an iPad, so I'm going to look at, these are files on my iPad, so I'm going to go into, for some reason I keep them in Excel, and I'm going to go to Teton Circ, and so I'm going to get started. It's doing its thing. It's an 83 kilobyte file, and now it should be done. Okay, so select one. What is it? It's trail running, and this is the circumnavigation of the Tetons. Okay, and it gives information. There's my course profile. It's a beast of a run. It's a great run. I recommend it to everybody. And I want to call it trail running, and I can either make it private or public. I want to save the new course as Teton Circ. And that's done now. If I want to put a pace in, I can. Again, I can put it 20-minute miles or whatever I want. There, it's up there called Untitled. So I'll just leave it at that for now. And then I can make it a favorite if I want to. Did that. Nope, I turned it off and on. And then I can send to device. And we do the exact same thing we did before. Now, the nice thing about it is, once you create these, they're going to show up in your watch. And so here I'm going to show you, let's get out of Garmin Connect, and I'm going to show you how they look on your watch here real quick. Okay, so here's my Fenix. Just take it off here. So we'll make this a little bit more user-friendly. It's kind of hard to do on the screen. So what I do is, let's say I want to start a run. I'm going to go to trail run. There it is. Okay, so it's doing its thing. It's grabbing my tempi and it's grabbing my other stuff. Go ahead and hold this down here, this one on the left, for your settings. There it goes, trail run settings. Scroll down to navigation. Hit navigation. Go to courses. Now this hasn't uploaded yet. I'm not going to use the one we just created, but I have a bunch in here already. This is for the Bigfoot 200. This is the first leg. What I've done is I've created a course for each inter-aid station leg for the Bigfoot 200. So here's start to blue. That's the start to the first aid station. See what I wanted. My goal time is 3:18:02 and it's 11.04 miles. So I'm going to go ahead and press that. I can either look at the map. So it's going to take a little bit to load. There's the map. Back out. I can do the course in reverse. I can do an elevation plot. There it is. There's the elevation plot. That's my total climb. I can change the name. I can edit it in other ways, and I can view the climbs. And then it'll let me see. It's one out of one climbs. There's only one climb in that whole thing, and you saw it. It was in the middle, and then it just goes down again. Pretty stinking cool. So that's how you create courses in Garmin Connect. If you have any questions, please post comments. Love to hear from you, and good luck.